All Princess wanted was to see the end of the year 2024. That was her wish, her simple hope as she celebrated her birthday on the 12th of November 2024, to experience old age in good health, peace and joy. But little did she know that her life would be violently cut short just days before Christmas. On the evening of 21st December, Princesszuo, a 30-year-old mother described as a sweet soul by those who knew her, was brutally killed by her former lover, 38-year-old Jallah. Bill was no stranger to Princess or her family. He was a married man with 2 children and had once been a bishop in the Latter-day Saints Church in Monrovia, Liberia. His obsession with Princess not only left her son motherless, but also left everyone grappling with grief and unanswered questions. Princess was loved by all who met her. Friends described her as kind, compassionate, and full of promise. Nobody met Princess without liking her, one of her close friends shared. She was the kind of person you could depend on, a devoted mother who adored her young son and worked hard to build a better future for him. But behind her bright smile lay a complicated relationship that would ultimately lead to her untimely death. Before Bill married his current wife, he had been in a long-time relationship with Princess. He promised her marriage, but when the time came, he chose someone else. He married their mutual friend. This betrayal didn't mark the end of their story though. Instead, it began a cycle of obsession, manipulation, and heartbreak. Princess and Bill dated for years before his marriage. Even after he got married, he wouldn't leave her alone. Their relationship became public knowledge when they were caught in a compromising situation, leading to them being barred from the church. But even that didn't stop Bill. He spied on her, used mutual friends to track her movement, and sabotaged every attempt she made to move on. Friends and family tried to intervene. They urged him to either commit to his wife and children or let Princess live her life in peace. But Bill wouldn't listen. He wouldn't let her go, and he wouldn't allow her be with anyone else. December 20th was supposed to be an ordinary day for Princess. She went out with friends hoping to unwind, but her decision to ignore Bill's calls that evening ignited his rage. The next day, being 21st December, he showed up at her workplace visibly angry. Frustrated by his behavior, Princess called Bill's father, William, to complain about him, prompting him to alert the rest of the family about the ongoing situation between the two. But even then, no one could have imagined how the day would end. Later that evening, Bill convinced Princess to meet him at a local bar. He brought his sister Komasa along, claiming he wanted her to help mediate between them. Witnesses say Bill tried to keep the conversation calm at first. He even bought drinks for them. But things quickly escalated when Princess reaffirmed to him she was really done. She told him she wanted to move on with her life, and that was all it took. Bill flared up, accusing her of disrespecting him by going out without informing him and refusing to answer his calls. Princess, clearly upset, decided to leave the bar. Komasa, that was sitting there and watching the drama unfold, tried to mediate one last time, following Princess to apologize on her brother's behalf, but Bill wasn't ready to let her go. Furious, he followed them as they walked towards Dupo Junction. His anger had consumed him. He brought out a kitchen knife out of nowhere, and without hesitation, blinded by rage, he attacked Princess, stabbing her multiple times in the chest and back. His sister, who tried to shield Princess, was also injured in the process. Princess was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. She was pronounced dead on arrival. The news of her murder spread quickly through Monrovia, leaving her family, friends, and community reeling, and a little boy left without his mother. Online, reactions were mixed. It was shocking reading some comments, honestly. Some blamed Princess for being involved with a married man, calling her death God's judgment. Others, however, condemned Bill's possessiveness and toxic behavior, emphasizing that no one deserves such brutal end. And that's the truth, isn't it? Whatever mistakes Princess may have made, nothing could justify the violence she endured. It's easy to judge from the outside, to point fingers without considering the weight of our own sins. We're all sinners, aren't we? At the end of the day, a life was lost, a mother, a friend. Jallah was arrested shortly after the attack and is now awaiting trial at Monrovia Central Prison. He faces charges of murder, attempted murder, and aggravated assault. This case should serve as a cautionary tale about how the choices we make, whether it's staying in toxic relationships, betraying a commitment, or ignoring clear red flags, can spiral into consequences far beyond what we ever imagined. If you are married, please honor your vows and be clear about where your heart truly stands. And if you find yourself in a situation where someone refuses to let you go, don't take it lightly. Seek help before it's too late. No one should ever have to pay for love with their life. Let's choose self-respect in our relationships, for ourselves and for those who depend on us. Like Princess's little boy, who now has to grow up without his mother. This little boy doesn't deserve this, and neither did Princess. What happened to her should never have happened, but it has. All we can do now is learn from her story so it doesn't happen again. May her soul rest in perfect peace. So that's it for this case, guys. If you love hearing real-life stories that uncover the dark side of human nature while exploring the lessons they leave behind, then you are in the right place. Subscribe to the channel and become part of our community of curious minds. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently